Hello, this is Sara Perry, psychic medium and artist, and this is the Aries Psychic Insight Guidance and Forecast for 2021. Thank you to all of you who are tuning in right now, and if you do enjoy this vlog and you haven't already done so, then please do like, share and subscribe. And if you'd like a private reading or some more information or insight on your issue or for next year, then please pop down to the website and book a reading. www.saraperrypsychic.com. There is still a chance to book up for a subscription at 50% off. So you can either get a mini reading for $11 a month or a full reading for $33. All the information is on the website, but if you do sign up, it does give you a consistent price for 12 months without anything changing. Now, let's have a look at what is coming in for 2021. This is an opportunity for second chances to either lay down old roots or new roots, or take advantage of opportunities as they come back in. Imagine everything is like a wheel, it's flowing all the time. The energy is constantly going round and round and round. And even if you miss something over the last 10 or 6 months, or even the last decade, it will come round again eventually, like the planets circle the sun. And, time keeps moving. That's what Spirit is saying to you. And that if you miss an opportunity, or you feel you missed an opportunity, if something is right for you and it's going to benefit you, it will come round again. And this is what I feel for 2021. In 2020, it was about reordering, restructuring and getting things in place. And what I see is this kind of floor plan for you and great big puzzle pieces. It's a little bit like when you have to put those, the wooden shapes into the holes and fit them in. What you've been doing is moving them all around so that they all work to get, they all fit into place, and they are all misshapen. And there's been time needed to figure out how to position them, because it's one of those conundrums. Now, for some of you, you may have achieved that in 2020, and then in 2021, it's a chance then to re-emerge, start growing on those foundations, because the ones that you put back, you've been replacing or positioning, were from before. It was something you were doing before, so you'd had to reposition it all through 2020, and then in 2021 it's like, okay, now we can sow the seeds again, because you would have already sown them before and they didn't work. I hope that makes sense. Now, if you didn't reposition them correctly, or you felt like time ran out, or it just didn't work for you because everything was just too hectic or higgledy-piggledy, or with all the planets and everything was too confusing, in 2021 you will have a chance to redo it again. Now, this could be redoing exams, retaking a car test, retaking, just doing something again in 2021, because obviously everything stopped in 2020 and a lot of things just didn't happen. Maybe you're going to re-celebrate your birthday. Maybe it was a big one last year, and it's like you want to redo it in 2021 because everything's a lot clearer and it looks a lot easier. There is a positive energy around you, and I do see a lot of support. So if you are going to be starting a business, if you're going to be going independent, maybe separating from a partner, whether it's love or in a business, if you're just going to go and take a journey for self-development, or do something which is outside of your normal routine, which separates you from people, I feel like people will be behind you to help support you to do that. Now, that could come financially as a windfall. I'm getting April and May time something coming in, which could be good. And, you will find they're going to be more on your side next year than they were this year. If you maybe chose, you had a choice of partner in 2020 that, it felt like nobody really liked, in 2021 they might be a little bit more on side with you, or maybe you will have changed partners and this one will be a better choice. Take what from this reading, what resonates. Don't make it work for you, but this is the main message is that you do have the support there if you decide to make an independent choice of your own, which is good for you. I feel like there's going to be some honesty coming from some people, maybe some apologies, that sense of justice coming in where you feel like either it was worth you speaking your truth or that somebody speaks it to you and they reveal what's really going on. I don't feel like this is necessarily hidden secrets. I just feel like they haven't said. So it's not like someone's lied to you. It's just they haven't actually said everything. Okay. Communication is going to be a lot better. May to December time, I'm seeing 2 major endings for you, new cycles coming in, which are going to make anything to do with communication better for you. If you work on social media, if you are a public speaker, if you're a teacher, that kind of thing, I feel that this is going to be a good time for you, but there will be 2 endings. Well, there's going to be 2 endings of cycles anyway. It could be around the full moon times or eclipse times, but they will be significant. And this could be that you communicate something, an ending. You communicate what you want and you officially finish something. It could be that you end something, a job which is involved in communication. There is communication linked to it, and I do feel sentiment as well, or emotion. So it could be that you are ending a relationship or that you end something that is heartfelt. But I do feel there's a lot of love around this. I don't feel there's anything sudden or dramatic or upsetting. There's a lot of luck around you to get things ordered and to do things in the right way and to do things in an ethical way as well. And again, I feel the support around you in that sense that you're not alone anymore. So maybe you've been holding on to a relationship or you've been holding on to something because you felt if you let go of it, that it wasn't going to work out for you. But then, suddenly all this support comes through and people start showing you their loyalty and you realise that actually it's not necessary anymore and you start speaking your truth. So that takes me back to that last bit about truth. Now, I did speak about social media, things, community teachers and that kind of thing. It could be that you're ending a job in that or that you are thriving in that area. Because these endings also mean rebirth. But I do feel this, it's like the ending of a cycle of the way that you've been doing things. And again, I'm getting this real sense of independence coming in for you. I mean, Aries is the sign of self and the warrior. And I feel like you can really step into that space of warrior next year. And there's a lovely new pattern emerging and some really exciting new beginnings. Emotionally, I feel like there's going to be some wonderful surprises coming. New love, or maybe somebody wanting, proposing, that kind of thing, or just something developing inside you that you hadn't felt before, because it's a good surprise. And I do feel that if you are looking for something to follow career-wise, you will start connecting with what is good for you, what you do love. I feel like the passion is kicking in. And again, it's like that's that sense of going off on your own and being that soul, I'm going on my journey, I'm going to do what is good for me. It's like you're really focusing on that next year and you're just thinking, no, I'm going to develop this. It's like I'm being shown somebody developing a model, a project, and it's like it's important to get that, to get it finished so that you can display it or you can talk about it or demonstrate what it's about. It feels like you're going from the ground up. You're prepared to do that. You're prepared to learn. You're prepared to understand from the ground up, gain the right knowledge so that you can be successful. And, whatever, if you're passionate about it, I feel like, it's going to work. There are some other sudden changes at work here. It could be that you just suddenly decide to change your career. Like I said, if you want to step into a more independent place in your life, then that is what could happen. You suddenly think, I don't need this anymore. You could just suddenly give up work and say, I'm not working anymore. This isn't right for me. I just sense that your understanding is what is a battle now, and trying to push away the things or dissolve the things are causing you a battle and a struggle. There's going to be a chance next year around June, July time, which is going to be a breakthrough for you. It's a chance that you take, and it's coming after a period, what I see, a little bit of a low period. Maybe you have a sadness, something happens to you, or someone else around you is suffering a sadness, but this is a positive breakthrough, and it's you kind of taking chance. But I think this could be even someone else, because I get the sense something is draining you, or somebody, and you're realising, you know, this is maybe how you're feeling low, and you just take a chance and you make a massive change in your life. Be patient with yourself. Don't blame yourself for, you know, some of the mistakes that might have happened over 10 months. I see you kind of questioning a few things and thinking, why did I do that? You know, I could have used that time, or I could have done this. Remember, this is a second chance to get it right. And it will be quicker this time, because you've already got a little bit of know-how and you know what you don't want. And that can be just as important as knowing what you do want. There's two pathways, direct pathways, are going to open up next year for you to build on. But you need to let go a little bit, let go of some of the protection, and know that you are already secure in yourself. So self-security is an important focus to have. And to do that, I would guide you, or Spirit would guide you, to really focus on grounding and, you know, working on what creates inner security, and look at what you hold on to or you feel like is safe. Because I think this is, again, part of this stepping out on your own in some way or another. There's definitely expansion here. There is definitely a chance of travel too. I'm seeing up to maybe 3 trips next year for some people, maybe more, even up to about 7 if you traveller anyway. But I do feel that all that is going to start opening up, and that kind of communication, you know, I'm seeing planes start up and new companies building anyway next year. So I think there's going to be more opportunity, and also cheaper options, you know, like, well, maybe I shouldn't word the cheaper, bargain options, opportunities for you to take short trips, somebody calling at the last minute and saying, hey, do you want to come over and stay? I'm going to shout you the fare, you know, that kind of thing. Or we're getting married, do you want to come over? And it kind of pushes you forwards. I'm getting Australia particularly for Aries, which is quite a long way away for some of you are already there, so it might be in Australia. But if maybe I'm saying that because where I am, that seems a long way. So it could be it's a lot longer distance than you thought. There's a lot of growth in relationships to be had next year. So if you want something to work, again, work from the ground up. That's what they're saying, is look at the foundation. Look at what makes your relationship strong. What is really holding it together? Is it love? Or is it practicality? And I think when you start looking at that, then you'll really know how to either move, you know, well, how to progress, basically. If that means splitting up, or if that means going to counselling, or if that means having a kid, I don't know. You know, that's not always the option. But, you know, it's that sense of understanding what makes you both tick, and where you've changed, maybe if you've been in a long-term relationship. Maybe you're going into a new relationship, or you're looking for a new relationship, and from, you know, if you look at the ground up what you need and what's good for you and what's going to benefit you, you'll understand the type of person that is best for you in your life and your patterns and things like that. I feel like you're really connecting the dots where love is concerned, and you're really starting to understand yourself, what you pick, you know, what kind of you get drawn to and why. But you're definitely at a crossroads as well within your relationships in general. Like I said, there's going to be more support. There's going to be more of like loyalty and ethics being shown, the sense that you're putting yourself first, but you're doing the right thing. You know, it's going to help everyone in the end. You know, it just feels more balanced. And even though we've got this big change around the work issue, I think that is going to come in quite early, around January time, February. So don't be surprised if you suddenly step into 2021 and you're like, you know what, I've been sitting here waiting for this to happen, or holding on to this job and I'm getting nothing for it, or it's stressing me out. I'm working so hard, such long hours, and I don't even enjoy it. You know, now I'm stuck. You know, we've been through all of this. I've realised what's important. And I think that's the main thing that is going to come out next year, is you understanding what your real priorities are, you know, where your passions lie, and what you love, and what is fulfilling to you. So this is going to be a productive year for you. I feel much more where you feel stronger, more independent, but you've got the support behind you and you've got a second opportunity. So if you're listening to this early on in 2020, and you're kind of questioning everything, know that, you feel like nothing's really happened, you haven't been able to, kind of brush yourself off, stop judging yourself, stop blaming yourself, and say, okay, well, I'm going to get another chance. Maybe it wasn't my timing, because I think that's the thing. Some people are getting things done, or they're at a different stage because it's their path. We're all different ages. We all have different missions in life. And so all of 2020 has been about being in the present and understanding that flow. And the energy is lifting. It's already lifted. And so next year it's going to be a lot about mindset, about being on a higher level frequency, and really, really using that flow or understanding that present self. But for you, it is a second chance of life. So if you felt like a business hasn't worked your whole life, or you've been going towards something that hasn't worked, a relationship, next year, you have that opportunity to sow the seeds, to get things going, to get it right again from the ground up. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like a private reading, just go to the website. Do check out all the offers, and also keep looking out for all my workshops and retreats, because everything has been in development stage for a while because I haven't been able to put anything out there. But I know that in a few weeks, I think I'm recording this in November, beginning of November. By December, I feel there's going to be an awful lot out there. So thank you again for subscribing, sharing and liking, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.